way down in the swamps of Louisiana. And nearby Houma is the home of the Louisiana Revolution Stack-Up Stadium in the home season finale for the Rebs, who are looking to finish their season on a high note. And of course, it's the swan song for one of the greatest SFL running backs of all time, Reggie Streeter. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northup, and back with me in the booth this week after a week off is Rick Northup.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Both of these teams coming off of heartbreaking losses, Louisiana by 8, and of course Tulsa lost in overtime in what could possibly be the strangest game, but the backups were in for the entire overtime period and they lost to the Mavericks.
Oh my. And Denver's here with us today, made the trip again, as did, wait for it, the Rick Meter.
Yes, folks, the Rick Meter is back. Of course, it's Reggie Streeter's last home game in the Louisiana green and blue. Let's hope he goes out on a high note as JQ will call the toss of the coin for Tulsa. It's Tails and the Revolution will put their defense on the field first. To start the game, and this should be a really interesting contest. Both teams want to finish the season on a high note, but the Revolution especially, given the circumstances surrounding Streeter.
Indeed, and is everybody ready for some SFL action? Here we go.
Otis Boudreau kicks it off deep to Gabriel Manning, and we are underway from Louisiana. And Manning returns it up to the 24 and down there. And we'll get our first look at JQ.
Colin, why don't you set the offense for us here?
Quarterback is JQ, halfback Insonzo Robbins, at fullback Stephen McMichaels. Receivers are Corey Jones, DJ Hume, and of course Gabriel Manning. Tight end is Jason France. We'll go over the Louisiana defense after this play, a 1st and 10. As JQ, 7-step drop, fires way down the field. It's intercepted by one of those defenders on the very first play from scrimmage, Mike Ryan, who had an interception last week in their loss versus St. Louis.
Well, they're going to start this off with a bang, aren't they, Colin? As the first play from scrimmage gives us also our first turnover of the game.
Looking for Manning on the deep in cut, but instead he found a green shirt instead.
I don't know if he just didn't see him, but he's kind of sinking back in coverage and ends up right in the throwing lane, Colin. The passing lane. Do not pass with opposing traffic present.
Tommy Utah under center, Cameron Collier, and of course Reggie Streeter in the backfield. And the first play will be a hand off the Streeter, but he'll lose 2 yards as Berto DeMora on the stop for Tulsa. Let's go over the Louisiana offense first. Of course, quarterback rookie Tommy Utah, Reggie Streeter. Cam Collier is the fullback. Wide receivers Chase Earl, Mike Twinscrew, and B. Robo, number 88. And tight end is Garrison Blue, number 86. Here's Utah. Fires it out to Streeter. And Reggie, with some nice moves in the open field, gets knocked down at the 31.
Getting a surprisingly free run on the right side of the formation on that swing pass, Colin.
For Tulsa defensively, defensive ends Chris Andrews and Alberto DeMora, along with Jaden Swift at defensive tackle, Miles Gibson, the rookie, along with Carson Miller and the fellow rookie Philadelphia Collins, are the linebackers. We'll get to the secondary after this play, which is going to be a Utah pass, but it's out of bounds. Intended for Twinscrew.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the original intent of that play or not, but it went nowhere. We're going nowhere. Hey, Doug Day, thanks for the Rick Meter shout out. As I mentioned, Rick Meter's in the house.
Otis Boudreau is the place kicker for the Revolution. First season with the Ravs after spending time previously with the Las Vegas Fury. And the man they call the Professor is good from 47.
Slightly off schedule in that that PAT field goal attempt, as the sharp-eyed among us will note, that snap was high, and the holder was still able to corral it and get a good placement. Nice job. And so 3 points off the the early turnover, Colin, and that bodes well for the Revolution. By the way, a reminder from McMichaels, the Revolution is mindful of Hurricane Ida and the people that are suffering as a result of that storm, and they're playing for those people as well today.
Here's the kickoff to Manning, and Manning up the middle will get tackled this time at the 22-yard line. And let's hope, for the sake of the Desperados, they can hold on to the ball. Threw an interception on the very first scrimmage play last time.
So we'll get started again here for Tulsa, Colin, with spotting Louisiana 3 points.
They go trips to the bottom this time. Standard nickel defense for the Revolution. As down, Derek Jenko. No, that's Luther gone on the sack for the Revolution.
Luther.
He's one of the defensive tackles. Chance Wall is the other. Derek Jenko is the defensive end. And Leonard Butler Sr., who last year played along the offensive line.
Yeah, JQ not expecting his left side of the line to be that leaky as he's been trying to spin away from.
Ryan knocked that away. Incomplete pass intended for Corey Jones.
Don't worry, I can stop talking. That's okay.
Mike Ryan's back there along with Tank Bennett and Doug Day at the safety spots. Corners, Evan Arthur and Rolleman Hood. Brian Craven and Chuck Diesel are the linebackers.
Colin, who's the talent, is a force of nature. Sorry I was talking when you meant to. We're still introducing the teams, Colin. Why am I getting the sinister fish shake so soon in the broadcast?
5 wide, trip to the bottom, cue deep. Oh, and it could have been an interception.
What is happening with that one?
Corey Jones, the intended receiver, and another three plays unsuccessful for Tulsa, and this time they'll punt it back to Louisiana.
So like 16 plays ago, JQ did not expect his left side of his line to be that leaky as he spins away from trouble coming from the right side right into the arms of Luther. So there's the comment. That's the point.
Louisiana has allowed the most first downs with 178, and they're also allowing their opponents to convert 53% on third down.
Ooh.
And it was their 23rd takeaway of the year. That earlier interception by Ryan as Twin Screw returns it to the Tulsa 46.
Hey, we want to say hi to everybody that's joining us in the chat. Thanks for an already lively chat. And, of course, one of my favorite people is listening and checking us out today, and that's Teresa Day. Hello, Teresa Day. Glad to have you with us. So great to meet you earlier this year.
As a throw, Utah is intercepted. Intercepted on the play by number 22 for the Desperados, Ricky Thornton, the strong safety. Oh my goodness, pass intended for Robo, but instead it ends up with Tulsa.
Tulsa D saying anything you can do, Louisiana D, we can do better.
25th interception of the year for Utah. And Tulsa will take over at their own 38.
So back at it for JQ and the boys and girls.
Here's the give to Robinson. He lost the yard. Luther gone, recording the tackle for loss.
Oh no. You all right over there?
I'm fine. The 2nd and 11 from the 37-yard line. You in the gun. 2 receivers to the bottom, Manning in the slot.
There we go.
The pass is complete to Sonzo Robinson out of the backfield. We'll get to the 42 tackle made by Doug Day.
Nothing fancy. Hey, Doug Day. Nothing fancy from Robinson as he's just no shimmy, no shake, no juke move. He's just going to plow you over. A hat tip for that run.
Luther gone. Recording his 11th sack. He had 10 coming in, which is 4th best in the league and leads his team. Mike Ryan recorded interception number 6, which puts him in the lead permanently as that pass is knocked away, incomplete. Chuck Diesel forcing that pass to be dropped in another 3 plays and a punt for Tulsa.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, Colin, but I think Q might have been mixed up a little bit. Did you notice the Louisiana D line all slanted to their right and were blocking to their right side of the formation? Q had a lot of options to his right, but didn't take them.
Another punt for the Desperados, and Twin Screw returns it up to the 25. So we got 7:45 to go in the first. Louisiana leads 3-0. They're 10.5 point favorites at home. Over under 51.5 according to our friends over at Jocks Data. Tommy Utah breaks that huddle. It'll be first down. Standard pro set backfield. 3 wide receivers. Robo in the slot. Twin Screw isolated by himself. Turns, gets the Reggie Strader stopped in the backfield. And they'll say he got back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10. Nice tackle on the play by number 95, Philadelphia Collins. Here's a look at Streeter. Of course, reached the 10,000 career yardage mark last week. Came in with 988, looking to get to 1,000.
Oh.
This time he'll catch it on the backfield, but he steps out of bounds after only a pickup of 1. As you see the numbers for both of these quarterbacks. It's still early, but you could say the defenses are stingy.
Well, and the offense didn't help themselves with that one. That was the play they ran, first play from scrimmage, and it was beautifully executed that time. It was thrown late and behind the receiver and results in, nothing.
5 wide receivers for Utah.
No for you.
In the gun, takes the snap, slant over the middle. It'll be caught, but it'll be 2 yards short of the sticks. Twin Screw hauls it in. His second grab of the game. But it'll be 2 yards short as Miles Gibson records the stop.
He's right there to meet the receiver along with the ball. That play's going nowhere.
Walter Malinishin on for the punt. Walt had an adventure punting last week, had one of his punts blocked versus St. Louis. This time he gets it off relatively clean, and he will return it up to the 31.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy.
Now they go 4 wide, including Stephen McMichaels in the trips to the bottom. You don't see this very often. The fullback spread out. Turn, give to Robinson, picks up 3 yards up the middle. It'll be 2nd and 7. Interesting formation there, Rick. McMichaels spread out there.
Exactly, and I think they were just trying to create some room up the gut there for that fullback. Sorry again for talking over you. For people who don't know, Colin makes me refer to him as the talent, so I have to be respectful at all time. I don't think it's fair, though, Colin, that you make me call you the talent when we're not on the air.
That's false. Down goes Q. It's sack time. Gone again, recording his 2nd sack of the day.
Is it?
It'll be 3rd and 12 back at the 28.
He's saying that's fake news?
And 3rd and 12, and Tulsa will empty out the backfield again. This time they go bunch to the top. High snap. Q over the middle. First down to Corey Jones.
And that gets them a little bit more downfield. Tulsa's not had a whole lot of production so far, Colin. As you said, the defenses have been holding serve. At this point, The Rick meter's impressed that Louisiana was actually able to put 3 points on the board. Of course, thanks to their defense getting possession within range of the kicker. Kickers are people too.
Here's Q back for another pass. Throws down the field. Has a man wide open. It's Jason France, the tight end, his first reception of the day. France coming into the game. 41 grabs, 416 yards.
And watch this replay. Q is an experiential learner, apparently, as he instinctively tried to go to his left side of the formation. Remembered he got sacked on that move earlier in the game. Stops and fires a dart, Colin.
Q completing 69% of his passes for 2,223 yards coming into today. That pass is incomplete. Threw in the crowd looking for Manning, but there were 3 green shirts around the ball. 2nd and 10.
Another reference to the Rick meter in the chat. Yes, the Rick meter is here. For those of you playing the exciting home game of the Rick meter, you can guess what's going on or speculate in the staff of the Rick meter, the staff room for the Rick meter.
Here's Q. We'll swing it out. Stephen McMichael hauls it in, and the fullback will rumble down to the 18 to set up a 3rd and 2.
That's not bad. It's not bad, is it, buddy?
Not a bad play at all by McMichaels. His first reception of the year. Pretty timely considering the circumstance.
Yeah.
It's up a 3rd and 2. Tulsa does have a field goal kicker in JT Delaney.
Is this an up the middle play? Again, they're trying to, Tulsa's going from both sideline to sideline.
Q off his back foot.
Don't throw
It was
that.
nearly intercepted. Chuck Diesel with a nice deflection. And it'll set up a field goal opportunity for Delaney coming up.
No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. No, I insist.
This will be from the left hash. And Delaney, who is 14 of 16 of the year, will boot this one clean through the sticks from 34. And we have game tied at 3-all.
I know Tulsa Nation wanted to take that one to the house, but hey, you're on the road. Take your points, tie the game back up. Kind of a reset as we are at the 3:45 mark of the first period here in the SFL. And we're back underway.
Oh, Justin Reside has a predict. He's playing the at-home game. He says the meter will be at neutral with the field goal.
Yeah, hey Justin, you're not wrong. I think that's a legit speculation right there.
Twinsker returns it up to the 25, and other than the opening drive field goal set up by the interception by Ryan, the Revolution offense has been stuck in neutral, it seems.
Yeah, by the way, sharp-eared fans will notice that I use the new hip word legit instead of legitimate. I understand the youngsters talk that way now.
As Utah over the middle, nice catch. Over the middle, and that is Robo. Hauls it in at the 43, 1st and 10.
Just finds a little gap there in the secondary. Nicely done.
For Tulsa in the secondary, they have cornerbacks Nate Hetzlaff and Julian Valera along with Cameron Shaw. Justin Reside, number 23, is the free safety along with Daniel Wright, and Ricky Thornton, who had the interception, is the strong safety.
Ricky.
Here's the throw out to Streeter by Utah, and Reggie gets 2 yards as he's wrapped up immediately by Carson Miller.
And the SFL is preparing a love letter to these two teams because they love their sideline swing passes, Colin. Pat, out. I know there are 3 or 4 different styles of play, but they all end up in a pass to the sideline, right? Both teams seem to like those a lot so far in the early slug.
Here's another swing, this time at the screen, and Streeter has to spin off a guy. He had to be his own blocker that time, and that sets up a 3rd and 2 as Miller makes another tackle on the legend.
Too bad Tulsa doesn't have the ball because I could do the dad joke about there's a swing pass right on cue.
Ba-doom.
Thank you, thank you, everybody. I'll be here all afternoon. Don't forget to tip your wait staff.
3rd and 2. Streeter has been getting going through the air with a couple of grabs this drive, but he's had difficulty on the ground. This will be another pass as Utah finds Robo out of bounds at the Desperado 42.
I like that. I like that play.
And for B.E. Robo, he leads this team he's 2nd in receiving yards and 2nd in receptions, tied for 1st with Garrison Blue at 5 receiving touchdowns. As here's to give up the middle of Streeter, and he's tackled in the backfield immediately for a loss of 2.
Yeah, I think with that previous play, Colin, that pass play, as the defense slunk back, the secondary slacked off the receivers. As Huey Lewis was just texting me privately, saying they're working for a living because they're taking what they're given.
Weak eye formation. Here's the swing out to Streeter, and Streeter will lose 3 more yards. He lost 2 on the carry, and he lost 2 there on the swing as Miles Gibson tracked him down. His 3rd impressive tackle that young man's made.
Look, Gibson is not a small person either. And he's out there solo making a solid tackle.
Gibson had 86 tackles coming in and 5 TFLs. He adds another TFL to his total.
Gibson's listed at 6'2", 250, but I got to tell you, it looks like he's been hitting the cheeseburgers a little more than his official weight.
Utah, the Chase Earl, his first catch of the day, down to the Tulsa 23.
Again, working that left side of the formation, Colin. I'm hitting Chase Earl for a nice gain.
In bump coverage against Headslap, was able to fight off the bump so he could still run his route effectively. Pretty impressive there, Rick.
Yeah, and that's about the only place that ball could be thrown and still get a completion. Casper Chewy beating me to the nice throw comment.
Now they go 3 wide split backs, Collier and Streeter. Streeter will get the carry here, and Reggie Streeter explodes up the middle. He picks up about 11 or 12 down to the 13.
Now you see the benefits of them working both sidelines on the from the Louisiana side of the ball, opening up the middle for Streeter.
Shout out to Cameron Collier, the fullback. He is primarily a blocking back, only 19 carries for 61 yards a year. He caught 11 passes for 52 yards and a touchdown. But he did a good job blocking there for Streeter as the Twin Screw hauls this in down to the 3, and that'll be the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 3 apiece. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by 8 PM Music on Twitch.
And here we are at the start of the second with Tulsa trying to mount a goal line stand, Colin.
This was an area that gave the Revolution trouble last time. They had a couple throws called out of the back in the end zone, but that helps when you have that man, Reggie Streeter. Touchdown, Louisiana.
Trouble? What trouble? We score. We score now.
And for Streeter, that's his 11th rushing touchdown of the year. And what the mayor of Houma, Louisiana declared Reggie Streeter Day. And the namesake gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Taking it to the streets. Nice.
Otis Boudreaux to try the extra point. We're 2 seconds into this second quarter, 10:58. as this extra point is up and good, and we have a 10-3 game.
Well, let's check in with the Rick meter now here at the start of the second quarter. And the Rick meter notes that only one team has mounted an extended or a sustained drive that resulted in a touchdown, and that is Louisiana. So the Rick meter is going to go lean Louisiana here as we start the second quarter. Something that was unexpected just a few minutes ago as we were stymied at 3 apiece.
Boudreaux kicks it down to the 2, and Manning breaks a couple of tackles and gets knocked down at the 26. That guy is really dangerous when it comes to returning the ball.
Yeah, he kind of breaks through his own little blocking wedge there and into the second level of coverage. That was nice. We'll keep an eye on that if he receives more kicks as we go through the game, Colin, but there might be something there, buddy.
Here's Q. 3 wide in the gun. Robinson to his right. Here's the throw over the middle, complete to Jason France, the tight end. His second grab of the game is good enough for a first down to the Desperado 40.
He's got a little sort of janky celebration with the ball there as he finishes up, but he's got a reason to be proud. He knows he's going to get some damage there coming across the middle. Secures it.
High-low tackle by Diesel and Arthur. Only first and 10, and they go 3 wide. 2 men to the bottom. That is Manning and Hume in the slot. Single back is Robinson. Here's Q, 7-step drop, dumps it short over the middle, and it is dropped. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. Q looking for a flag, but he won't get one.
Good defensive call by Tulsa as they...
No, you mean Louisiana.
Sorry, Louisiana. As they, thank you very much, only rush 4 and drop everybody back into coverage. And it results in an incomplete.
Only
Yes.
a relatively light box for Louisiana, but instead Tulsa throws out of it to Robinson, who spins and picks up 4. Another tackle made by Doug Day.
Doug Day, one of the solid stalwarts on Louisiana's defensive side there, Colin.
Trips to the top of the formation, 4 wide receivers. Hugh under center, offset, single back to the left. Here's turn gift to Sonzo Robinson. He only picks up 2. He needed 6. Coach Brian Craven on the tackle, and that'll be another 3 plays on for these Desperados.
There's a call for some caffeinated drinks for you, Colin. What's going on there with that, huh? Justin throwing you a little shade.
That's okay. I do it my way, but I appreciate the suggestion. The return goes up to the 23.
Little caffeine goes a long way with Mr. Colin. So he generally avoids that.
First and 10 at the 23, 9:15 to go in the second quarter. Revolution in front by 7, a score of 10-3. Tommy Utah in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Garrison Flew, the tight end, off to the left side. Utah will swing it up to Earl, and Earl's got plenty for a first down up over the 35 to the 40 is where they'll mark him.
Well done. Finds him on that dig. And he's got some room to get some yak in the first down, Colin.
We're now approaching under 9 minutes to go. Here's a split back look. Robo in the slot along with Earl.
Max protect or a wheel route maybe. Nope, handoff.
Handoff, Streeter, and Reggie Streeter with some nice moves. 2 spins, and he picks up 6 yards for his troubles down to the 46. And Reggie's heating up in the ground game after being stymied early on.
I think so, and I think as I mentioned repeatedly, working the field from side to side may have helped just open up some gaps a little bit for Mr. Streeter.
Here's Utah. Turns Gibbs to Streeter again. This time he stopped the line of scrimmage for no gain. And look who it is. It's Miles Gibson again.
Mr. Gibson is strong today.
3rd and 4 for the Revolution on their own 47. This time they go with 3 wide receivers. Offset single back to the right side. Utah takes a 6-step drop, fires it out, completes the twin screw, breaks a tackle, and will get knocked down at the Desperado 45.
Where did twin screw come from? Because the Tulsa D was locked up man-to-man, and all of a sudden twin screw was open. Was that a rub, or did he just come off the formation in that crossing route? But well done. And we're not going to get a look at it. We're going to have to give a lecture to the tech team in the booth at halftime. They have to threaten their supply of Pop-Tarts and Mountain Dew.
Here's the throw in the middle. Oh, almost intercepted once again by Ricky Thornton.
He's still going to do his incomplete little motion, even though he really should have caught that ball.
Pass intended for Robo. Stops the clock with 7:27 to go in the second quarter.
I guess if you're a DB, you've got to have a good dose of chutzpah, and that's the definition of it right there.
Oh! Offside, free play, and Streeter will pick up maybe about 3 yards or so. And almost like take the penalty yardage to make it first and 5. Penalty called on Berto Demora, trying to get a head start there.
And that's the first first hanky or laundry we've seen on the field today, Colin. So far, pretty clean game. Maybe that sort of breaks the seal. We'll find out.
It'll be a 2nd and 5. Trent Screw all by himself to the bottom, matched up against Shaw. It'll be an end off to Streeter, and Streeter fights forward for 2 yards to 38. 23 yards, so far 2.6 yards to carry for Reggie, but he does have that rushing touchdown to his name. It'll be 3rd down and 3 from the Desperado 38. Chase Earl in the slot. B. Robo to the very bottom. Offset eye. Utah out route to Earl. First down to the 33.
That's where they pull up their best short yardage play, Con. They just want to keep moving the sticks with a 1-score lead. I'd like to add to it here as we're winding down to the 6-minute mark in the second quarter.
Chase Earl. 3rd season with the Revolution, 4th overall in the league. Here's offset I formation again. Here's the handoff to Cameron Collier, and Collier will pick up 8 yards down to the 26. So they cross him up a little bit, go fullback dive, and that's some good yardage on first down.
Yeah, nice play design and nice call within the sequence here on this developing drive. Like this one.
Here's to get the Streeter. Get lost. Yardage back to the 28. Nice tackle made on the play.
I think both teams knew what they were trying to do, and Tulsa gets the better of that one, Colin.
Thank you, Doug Day, for correcting in the chat. It's actually Collier. As it is 3rd down and 5.
They have some opportunities out of the stack.
And get the Streeter again. He picks up the first down to the 22.
Nothing but eye candy as they rely on their horse Streeter to get him that first down.
Needed 5, got about 6. Down to the 22, 1st and 10. Here's Utah. Turns, gives to Streeter again, and Reggie this time will pick up 3 yards down to the 20.
Hey, are you a Next level SFL fan, visit the SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player and to join our community. Check out League Leaders. We've got stats from all 17 seasons of SFL action and track game, season, and career numbers of all the players over time who've gone on from couch to field. Simulation Football League, 17 seasons strong.
Here's the give on a weak power road to Streeter, and he's held up in the backfield for a short loss. It'll be 3rd and 8 at the 21. Interesting to see what the Revolution do here. It's like a touchdown, of course, but a field goal also makes it a 2-score game. 5 wide trips to the bottom. Utah changes the play at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap. He's back to throw over the middle. One-handed catch by Twin Squirrel. They won't give it a first down. They'll mark him just short at the 13. Oh, brother.
Good job of the Tulsa secondary to not let the receivers get over that line to gain. Pass is completed, but it's short.
And they're lining up to go for it initially.
I'm guessing a staring contest. Who's with me? Show of hands. You. Yep, you.
Nathan Smith is the tailback in for Streeter. Looks like they might be trying to draw him off. They got him to jump earlier in the drive once before. And timeout called with 2:55 in the second. Worth the shot, but nobody bit.
Why not? First half, timeouts are not as valuable as second half timeouts, and you got some money in the bank there to use those up. Like you say, Colin, they jumped earlier in that drive. Not unreasonable to think they might get them again. Be that as it may, we're going to have a field goal attempt. Looks like from the 19, that'll make it a 29-yard, fairly pedestrian attempt.
This will be from the left hash again. The Foosh to hold it. And the operation is smooth, and it's good from 29.
And the sharp-eyed among us will note that snap was low. So on average, the long snapper's doing all right. Doing his high snap and his low snap. Hey, while we're waiting for this kickoff, let me say something about the SFLM. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to play in the SFL instead of sitting on the sidelines? For the newest SFL participants, the SFL's minor league, SFLM, kicks off its 4th season Friday, October 15th. The SFL's YouTube channel is home to all the minor league action at youtube.com/simulationfl. Get on the field and into the action. Visit simulationfl.net to create a player today.
Tank Bennett makes the tackle on Gabriel Manning. Bennett down there at special teams.
Yeah, if you're good, you're good, right?
It's like you say, Rick. If you're an athlete, you're an athlete.
If you're an athlete, you're an athlete. Now I know, and this is Colin's point of view, sometimes it's too risky to play your best players also on special teams. Can't afford to take them out of the regular lineup on either offense or defense, right? Right, Colin? Am I right?
Sometimes it depends on the position, but like if you're a gunner on special teams, Bennett there is the strong safety, so there's not a lot of risk involved. I would not think.
No, that's quality, and that's good quality analysis right there, Clark.
Pickup of 7 over the middle. It'll be 2nd and 3. Pass out by Q. Q with another pass. This time to France picks up a first down to the 44.
That may or may not have been our first cultural reference of the game. Technically, I believe it was the second.
Nice spinning catch. The throw was a little bit behind him. And he got hit almost immediately by Mike Ryan. And that'll be the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch.
Doug Day calling the shot for Reggie Streeter. Looking for an extended run, shall we say.
Streeter's known for those throughout his career. It's fitting if he capped his final SFL game with one of those long runs. Speaking of run, Sonzo Robinson only able to run to the line of scrimmage.
Running, so much running.
Of course, Portland rooting really hard to see Tulsa pull off the upset there, 2-9. Louisiana looking to get to 500. Because if Louisiana wins, then Portland's playoff positioning is in jeopardy here.
Indeed. There are some playoff implications for this game, and Colin will be getting into it later. I'll remind everybody the Rick Meter's here, and the Rick Meter's lean Louisiana. Rick Meter's gratified that Louisiana field goal kicker, place kicker, can affirm its faith.
As the throw, it was nearly intercepted. Rollman Hood dropped the could have been a sure interception. It'll leave 4th and 5 at the 49.
As followers of the Rick Meter, and those of you playing the exciting Rick Meter home game know, the Rick Meter is slightly delusional and believes that the whole enterprise is organized to compete for its glory. Not true, but don't say that out loud in front of the Rick Meter.
Otis Pedro in the chat wants to know what he did. I think he heard his name, his name being mentioned as the punt is away, returned by Twin Screw up to the 18.
Maybe you can catch him up, or the chat can.
Boudreaux's performance has greatly pleased the Rick Meter.
That's right. So you've got that going for you today, which is good. Uh-oh, more references.
Here's split backs, tight end flex down. Here's Utah. And as he throws incomplete, Chris Andrews with the pressure. Of course, it's incomplete with 52 seconds left. Of course, if Lone Star or Louisiana wins, Portland is eliminated, and the Las Vegas Fury, who played a really close game with the Arizona last night, will clinch a playoff spot instead of the Fleet.
Is that right? That is something for sure.
There's a 3rd and 2 set up as Streeter runs up the middle, but the Revolution appear to be in no hurry. Second tight end in the game as Streeter takes the handoff, spins. Oh, and he gets knocked back at the line of scrimmage. Tulsa takes the timeout with 21 seconds left.
At least giving themselves to catch their breath a little bit. Make a plan.
Walter Malinishin. He's got a big leg on him. And he's standing back at his own 10-yard line. Desperado's coming, pressure and nearly get there, but he gets it away. And it's a good kick. Over 4 seconds of hang time, and Manning will return it up to his 36.
Well, 13 seconds to go. Not much time with which to work. And we'll see what happens. Maybe just a running play. Maybe they get lucky.
Maybe a pass play. Let's see how this first play goes. It'll dictate.
Duck Day continues to call his shots.
This will be a play action.
Oh!
Landing over the middle down to the 38. They call timeout with 8 seconds left.
Maybe time for one play and then attempt a field goal, Colin. They're not quite in range, I don't think.
Beautiful play action fake by Q, and Manning was open on a post route. Mike Ryan saved further damage by tackling him there.
Excellent call, combining both your prediction and mine. You were calling for a pass. I was thinking a running play. Play action.
And it looks like they'll trot out the field goal kicker for a long
no.
field goal attempt with 8 seconds left.
Be a 55-yarder, we'll call it.
Let's see what kind of leg he's got. It's an eye snap down. The kick is on the way. This has a chance, but it's short. And had the accuracy, but it's short. And the Revolution will get the ball at their 45 with 3 seconds left. They desperately wanted points.
It was a good opportunity for a run back there, but they don't position a man in the end zone.
Good point, Rick. They got some. Twin Screw is a pretty good returner, as we've seen. And the Revolution will line up. For Hail Mary pass attempt. Utah steps up. He lets this go. He is at a corner down the end zone. Knocked away.
He threw that sucker out of the back of the end zone from the minus 40-yard line, maybe 35. Holy smokes!
What a beautiful throw by Utah, but it's knocked out of the back of the end zone. 13-3 Revolution in front. Rick,
yes,
this has been a quite entertaining game in spite of the. In spite of the low score.
You're right. It's been back and forth, and there's been some opportunities. And we've got a couple of turnovers.
Only 36 rushing yards for Reggie at the half. 5 rushing yards overall for Tulsa.
Good thing. Yes, sorry.
And the man they called Tommy Gun showing off his rifle arm there.
Oh my gosh, yeah, very impressive. Very impressive. And the Rick meter is at halftime still leaning Louisiana as well. Let's not lose track of that.
Both quarterbacks threw an interception. Ricky Thornton there.
Yeah, and a good thing this is a football game and not a bakery. If it was a bakery, it'd be going out of business. Only 2 turnovers.
Jason France, leading receiver for Tulsa with 60 yards. There's one of his catches there. And of course, Reggie Streeter getting the touchdown there. Shout out to Cameron Collier with the nice block. Driving his man back to the end zone. Into the end zone, rather. Gabriel Manning with a nice reception down there. Set up a field goal opportunity, but JT Delaney was short on his longest attempt of the year. Back here at Stack Up Stadium in Houma, Louisiana, the Tulsa Desperados set to kick off to the Revolution. Scored 13-3, Louisiana in front. Kickoff. Yard deep on the end zone comes out Mike Twin Screw, and Twin Screw gets down to the 23. Of course, all the hoopla surrounding Reggie Streeter. His final SFL game, of course, crossing the 10,000-yard threshold. He came in with 988. He had 36 yards at the first half. Should be pretty close to 1,000, if not right. Almost on top of it. He gets another carry here, and Reggie lost the yard back to the 23. Carson Miller on the stop. Glad you appreciate the joke of my father, Stephen. I do have to admit that is a pretty funny joke. As he got trips to top, it's a 2nd and 11 situation. Here is the swing out to Streeter. Streeter, one man to beat. Tackle made by Collins at the 26. The public was appreciative of your turnover bakery joke.
Yes, I noted that. Thank you very much.
Again, they go 5 wide for the 3rd and 7 situation. Utah back to throw over the middle, one-handed catch by Twin Screw, and this time it'll be enough for the first down. What a grab by this guy, Twin Screw.
This guy, Twin Screw. You're right. Very exciting. Very athletic move.
Coming into the game, he had 33 receptions for 286 yards on 37 targets. That's pretty efficient.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
3 wide, Collier in the backfield.
Bouvier.
As
Oh
the
my gosh.
pass goes over the middle, caught by Collier, and he will score.
Oh.
Touchdown.
Goodness.
Down to the 7.
Some of your fans trying to get a hold of you here in the booth.
As he had all day to throw, look at this pocket. And he threw way down the field, and the fullback down the field with his longest grab of the year. All the way down to the 7-yard line. Daniel Wright saves what could have been a touchdown on a massive play. Here's Utah back to throw. Over the middle, caught. It's a touchdown to Garrison Blue. His 6th of the year. And what a last 2 throws by Utah. And Garrison Blue has the team lead with 6 touchdowns. As the hashtags to the hashtag throw to the tight ends pop up in the chat. It's now a 20-3 game at 8:45 to go in the 3rd.
Well, and the Rick meter takes note of yet another long drive for the Louisiana Revolution, Colin. Well, Tulsa's every team is always in need of points, right, Colin? But the gratuitous cliche comment, Tulsa needs to score in this drive.
Here's Manning, spins ahead and on the return. Down to the 23 and over on for the fans in the 3rd quarter. The Lone Star Glory in front of the Fort Worth Toros, 17-10. So both of these results are not what the Portland Fleet would like at the moment. As Sandro Robinson catches the short pass. No, is that a lineman?
I don't know.
On a tackle eligible, picks up 4 yards. Number 75 for Tulsa, Tiamani. Caught that one, picked up 4 yards. Here's the throw down the field. Oh, nearly intercepted by Doug Day.
Doug looking to make more impact.
It was bouncing around back there. We'll take a look from Brian Craven's perspective. He was the one who initially tipped the pass. I guarantee you, though, if that was a Twinkie, Doug would have caught it. 4 wide for the Desperado. Oh, snap. Q. Out route. First down.
Are you kidding me? That's like a near perfect throw. Holy smoke.
What a catch made on the play by number 88, Radrick Davis. A reserve wide receiver. As Tulsa digs down the depth chart to make a play. Q back to throw. Over the middle, Corey Jones picks up 2.
Trying to make some progress.
The quarterback rating for Q, 59.5, 143 yards. Here's Q. Throws! Oh, could have been a spectacular catch by Manning, but Tank Bennett with the equally impressive hit.
Get another look at it
to
here.
knock it away.
Oh, yeah, just perfect timing there.
That's 3rd and 8. Tulsa really needs to make something happen here if they want to try to get back in this game.
Yeah, 3rd and long is not what they're looking for. These are not the downs they're looking for.
Well, that's not the play they're looking for. They wind up 2 yards short of sticks as they throw the out.
Oh my gosh.
Somewhere
in a galaxy far, far away, there were 2 Star Wars references in a row.
Somewhere, Andrew O'Reilly, the head coach of the St. Louis Gladiators, must be pulling his hair out, because that's the kind of play that drives him crazy.
Just not running it deep enough.
The return by Twin Screw goes up to the 29.
And Tulsa did not want to put their defense back on the field. Of course, Louisiana itching to get their back on the gridiron, on yon gridiron, as they've been pretty productive on the offensive side, the offensive side of the ball lately, Colin.
They have been really productive. They've been getting great throws from Utah and timely runs from Reggie when they need it. Here's the second handoff.
Announcer
Collier.
Announcer jinx. The timely run.
And the fullback will lose a yard as Jaden Swift, the defensive tackle, comes down and runs support and records the TFL. To update the folks who may not be familiar with the SFL players overall in the league, we'll get to that after this play, as Utah has a clean pocket to throw, but fires Chase Earl complete to the first down at 45.
Wow.
So there are 12 teams that make the Simulation Football League playoffs. The 2 seeds are locked in. Baltimore finishing 11-1, and Florida is the number 2 seed. Mexico City gets the number 3 seed if St. Louis beats Atlanta. They get the 4 seed if Atlanta wins. And Atlanta gets the 3 seed if they beat St. Louis, and the 4 seed with a loss plus a win over DC. And they get the 5th seed with a loss plus a Queen City win. As the throw is nearly intercepted, Miles Gibson could have had a big play for his defense. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10.
Lots of traffic there that he chose, into which he chose to throw. Not sure about that. That was almost one of those, it's going here regardless. Didn't really work through his progressions, in my humble opinion.
Here's Utah. Under center. He's back to throw. Sets. Fires. Down the field. Garrison Blue with the catch. Breaks 2 tackles. 3 tackles. Touchdown. Oh, boy. The big tight end just rumbling down the field. Scores his 2nd touchdown of the day.
And there's a preliminary nomination for highlight of the game. Is that run after catch. Also, watch Utah adjusts himself in the pocket slightly to his right to get a better throwing lane.
Watch. He gets both hands on the ball, breaks 1 tackle, breaks the 2nd one, and then for good measure just breaks the 3rd.
For good measure.
That's the catch of the day if I've ever seen it.
I shed you, and I shed you. That was quite enjoyable.
And notice Boudreaux to kick the extra point.
Boudreaux. That's fun to say. And that's good.
So with 5:28 to go in the third, it's 27-3.
For the first time in nearly 3 years, the SFL will broadcast playoff games on its own networks, and for the first time will offer simulcasts of the playoff games on all SFL platforms: SFL Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Check out the 2 wildcard matchups Saturday, October 16th at 1 p.m. in the East, and Sunday, October 17th, starting at 6 p.m. in the East on all platforms. And stay tuned for official team and commenter pairings.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. Still some things to be sorted out as far as the seating goes, especially with quads 10 through
Yes.
the 10 through 11 seeds. You take a look at the scenarios here. Over.
Yeah, I'll let you handle the all those scenarios.
Stephen McMichaels on the carry, picks up a yard. So Atlanta can clinch the 3 seed with a win, 4 seed with a loss, plus a DC win. And 5th seed with a loss, plus a Queen City win. Queen City can get the number 4 seed with a win, plus the St. Louis victory, and they can get a 5 seed with a win and an Atlanta win, and a 6 seed with just a straight up loss in their regular season game. For Vancouver, they can get as high as the 5th seed with a DC win and the 6th seed with a Queen City win. Arizona's locked into the 7th seed. Los Angeles is the 8th seed with the St. Louis win, the number 9 with an Atlanta win. Charleston is 8th with an Atlanta win, and they're the 10th seed if the Gladiators win to win.
There's that swing pass, and it's going to be a first down, by the way.
Sonzo Robinson tackled on the play by Arthur.
Hey, want to say hello to everybody in the chat, including the mighty Joe Young, 1988.
That's Guy Clausen right there.
right, Chair. Thanks for the shout out. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody in the chat. It's always fun when the chat has a little liveliness to it.
Here's Q, deep pass down the field. Double coverage, won a catch by the tight end Jason France.
Good elevation and way to hold on the ball. He's going to get contact with people and the turf. Hangs on to it. Here we go.
Just put it right up where his guy could get it. I mean, when you got a guy 6'7", you know, he's got a very large catch radius.
Colin wanted me to point out that he thinks the chat may need a little caffeine. I don't know. We'll see. After the chat called him out for needing some caffeine. Here's another one.
Throw down the middle. McMichaels with the grab, first down.
Back-to-back first downs. And don't look now, but here come your Louisiana Revolution.
No, the Tulsa does.
I'm sorry, Tulsa Desperados. I'm busy reading the chat, not paying attention. Sorry.
You know, they're building it brick by brick on this drive. That's 2 good passes in a row by Q. He's definitely building some positive momentum, which they need. Down 27-3. Here's the out route.
Serviceable gain, but not going to get them maybe what they need on this drive. We'll see.
It gets some 6 yards. Manning falling out of bounds.
Stay tuned for the stand by for the commenter cliche. Yet another commenter cliche. Even though they're down by 24 points, there's still a lot of football left to play as we tick under 3 minutes here in this third quarter.
2 tight ends to the right side. Q goes opposite to Manning, and he spins out of bounds at the 20.
Anybody else getting a headache?
Third and 2. They need to get to the 18 for a first down. If they want to keep the party going.
Well, and this is manageable. Let's see. They got a tight formation. They're going to throw out of it.
Robinson. Oh, lose yardage back to the 22.
Well, for the students of the game, they know if that swing pass was the eventual outcome of the throw, it needed to happen first, not be a pressure relief pass, right, as the defense reads it and comes up for the stop behind the line of scrimmage.
And JT Delaney already missed a 50-plus yard field goal.
Yeah, nothing against that. That's a long field goal. Here's a 38-yarder. Makes it.
Up and good. 27-6 with 1:46 to go in the quarter.
Some angst in the chat about subs entering the game, Colin. You can probably speak more to that.
That's in reference to the unfortunate ending of the San Diego Tulsa game, in which the Desperado backups were in for the entire overtime period and perhaps cost the team a win. There was plenty.
Maybe. I don't know, but that definitely was strange, right? So a little on edge for that, as there's good coverage on that kick.
Twin Screw turns it up to 27. And London will be in the playoffs. It's just a matter of what seed they'll be. They'll be the 10th seed if Atlanta were to win, because they beat them head-to-head. They'll be an 11th seed with a St. Louis win plus a Louisiana win, or a St. Louis, Tulsa, or Lone Star victories. 12th seed with also winning, Fort Worth winning, plus St. Louis winning. So that's plenty of scenarios there.
Indeed. And looking at the game right now, Louisiana would like to shorten the game now by running. Tulsa knows they're going to run. So that might be to Tulsa's benefit on the defensive side of the ball. The surprise throw may be a problem for Tulsa. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's drive, Colin.
Here's the give up the middle.
You mean to the right side of the formation?
Yes, to the right side. My apologies. It'll be a 3rd and 2. 35. We'll line up with 3 men in the backfield. Michael Napoli, the backup tight end, is in the backfield. Here's the give to Streeter. Picks up the first down.
He'll get forward progress as the angry Tulsa defensive front pushes him back. But it will be a first down, as you carefully noted, Colin.
There are a lot of playoff scenarios. But unfortunately for the Revolution, they can only get as high as the 13th seed. And with only 12 teams making playoffs, to use a March Madness term, they'll be the first 2 out.
Yeah, Eagle Mondavi just helps out in the chat. That same point. Thank you very much.
Here is the swing out. And it's now 27-6 at the end of the 3rd. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music. Put your 4s and 86s up in the chat as we start the 4th and final period.
I will also command you to visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Sector 6 features replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. Get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6, 97 Sports Promotion, and the SFL.
Let's go.
3rd and 5 as we are just beginning the 4th and final stanza. Tommy Utah trips to the bottom. Quick drop. He has to move. Throws behind Streeter, but it'll be out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. He's sunk into the turf on the sidelines. There must be a sinkhole there, because I only saw about his upper body there.
Well, the good news is, despite what people think, you can't drown in quicksand. You actually have some buoyancy, and you'll float right around, right about your upper chest or your shoulders. That may be what happened there. We'll have to get the grounds crew on that sinkhole.
It's Walter Malinishin on for the punt. Fair catch called by Manning at the 16.
Yes, the turf monster got Streeter. Love that. You normally think the turf monster just kind of trips you up, but sometimes it's hungry. So at the start of the fourth quarter, check in on the Rick meter. It had been lean Louisiana. It is now full Louisiana. Louisiana victory here. Sorry, Tulsa. That's what the Rick meter's going for. Sorry, not sorry. Rick meter gets paid to do.
Start of the fourth quarter, Lone Star trailing Fort Worth 24-17. The Robinsons stopped on the line of scrimmage for no gain by number 78, Derek Jenko.
Kind of a slow start to the game, if you will, even start, right? It was 3 apiece in the first quarter. But Louisiana has just slowly added to their lead, possession after possession. Tulsa has only been able to mount a second field goal after initially scoring early in the first.
Here's Q, deep interception. Snatches that out of the air, and for Arthur, that is interception on the year,
numero
6. He's now tied in the league with Mike Ryan. He also has an interception return for a touchdown. And if you want to get into pick sixes as far as who's the best,
yeah, get me into pick sixes there, buddy.
even Arthur and Rollman Hood are tied second all time with 7 interception return for touchdowns. Whoa, what a catch by Chase Earl down to the 27. Chase Earl with a spinning catch behind his back. Look at this, Rick.
Here it is.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
And then he stays, the kicker is he stays in bounds to get additional yardage.
A little bit. As you said, Colin, just a nice acrobatic catch. If you're an athlete, you're an athlete. A lesser receiver would have gone down.
3 wide receivers, twin screw in the slot. Utah under the center. 6-step drop down the middle. Plumscott. Oh! Incomplete. Robo looking for the reception, but no dice that time.
Yeah, for all the good news about Louisiana, one thing Tulsa's been able to do on D is jam up that middle. Louisiana keeps trying to hit the receivers short, medium, and deep. They hit the short guys, but those medium and deep passes are pretty well defended by Tulsa by and large.
Here's gun formation. Here's Utah.
Here's the throw.
Oh! What a catch by Twin Screw, and that's his first receiving touchdown of the year. He grabbed it away from 2 people. What a catch by Mike.
Did you just say that's his first of the season?
Yep.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
What a throw by Utah. He just winged it down there in between 2 people. Cameron Shaw thought he had the interception, but Twin Screw took it right out of the air and into the end zone.
He throws a fastball past the 3 defenders who stood there like the house by the side of the road as Twin Screw takes it in for an easy score. Wow. That's impressive.
So at 8:50 to go, it is now officially 34-6, Louisiana in front.
For those that are answering the question in the chat, the answer is water and coffee.
You got that right. No day drinking here.
Day drinking. It's a Sunday afternoon, for gosh sakes.
Here's yard deep on the end zone, Manning. Manning, yo, I thought he had an opening for a second. But he's tackled down at the 25 with 8:46 to go. And this defense has only given up 2 field goals and has got 2 interceptions out of the Desperados. Sansa Robinson gets smacked down by Brian Craven. And the man they call Coach Craven is just having a good day.
He is. He is. As Louisiana sort of playing with house money on offense here. Kind of let it all hang out if they feel like it. Work the clock.
And their defense has been on point. Sansa Robinson picks up 3 yards, set up a 3rd and 7.
Tulsa trying to work on a few things.
I tell you, that's the most. This performance by the Revolution defense is the second impressive performance I've seen in many days. Eastern Michigan holding Miami of Ohio to multiple field goals. It was also really impressive as JQ has to scramble. He picks up the It's going to be returned down by the down the field. It's going to be a fumble recovery for 6 points.
Oh my goodness.
My goodness.
We just talked about how Louisiana's sort of playing with house money at this point with this lead, and the defense just flying around causes a turnover.
And the backup free safety, Gerald Smith, picks up the forced fumble by Mike Ryan. And he outruns Corey Jones to the end zone. And it's just been one of those kind of days, unfortunately, for the Desperados.
Desperados, as I said, it was a tight game early, but they just let it get away, and Louisiana is just playing free and easy at this point, Colin.
Now 41-6 following the defensive score. And with that, all 3 phases have scored. Special teams, offense, and now the defense.
Exactly. It's a cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason. Found in all 3 phases.
Otis Boudreau has kicked off so many times, you have to wonder if his leg's getting tired. I'll tell you who's not tired to return these kicks is this guy, Gabriel Manning. Gets it up to the 21.
Yeah, I was watching the kicks earlier in the game, and I noted, Colin, that I thought Manning might be able to break one just the way they were blocking, and he was able to kind of get to the second level of the coverage team. But it has not been anything, not to be at least yet. Of course, Tulsa hoping they don't have to receive another kick from Louisiana. Another kickoff.
Here's Q under center. Going deep. What a diving reception.
Going full Desmond Howard.
Corey Jones on the extension, his 4th grab of the game. And by far his best and longest grab.
Look at that, and not only does it take some guts and some talent to lay yourself all the way out, but to be able to still secure the catch when it's all the way at the end of your body like that as you hit the ground. Nice job and hat tip from this announcer.
Turn give to Sansa Robinson. Robinson fighting through traffic will pick up 5. We're now under 7 minutes to go. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the top of your picture. Q pumps, goes over the middle, 1st down to Manning.
That's a nice play and well-run route to make sure he gets the first down. Coverage of the SFL's 17th postseason begins Saturday, October 16th on Next Level Sports at 4 p.m. in the East with the league's top wildcard matchup for the fans. Coverage begins Sunday, October 17th with a league playoff pregame special at 2:30 in the East before kickoff at 3 Eastern Time.
Here's Q. Oh, we almost threw that one right to Doug Day.
Hey, Next Level Sports called and they wanted you to stop talking for a second. To find Next Level Sports and for the fans, channels on your devices, visit itsnextlevel.com and ftfnext.com so you don't miss a minute of the action. Are you shaking your fist at me again?
I'm not shaking.
You are totally. The talent is upset.
You're making that up. Second and 10 at the 43 of Louisiana. Tulsa has the ball, 6:03 to go. Sons of Robinson with the handoff up the middle he goes. It'll be third and 5.
It looked like he got more than that. As we comment and tippy toe up to the sort of the rules part of the discussion, we really haven't had we have 1 penalty, 2 penalties maybe, and no challenges.
No challenges, no booth reviews initiated either. As this throw is going to be incomplete, but we have a flag.
I've conjured a penalty.
We're going to see what the flag is. It's incomplete.
Ineligible receiver, number 65.
Well, there you have it.
Oh, we have a lineman accidentally touching the pass.
Friends and family of Tulsa may want to look away.
I thought that was more of a bat down, but
Yeah.
they're going to get number 65 for Tulsa. Archer Pine, the center.
Well, it's just R62 going through his list of all possible penalties that you can call in a season, realizes he hasn't called illegal touching yet. So there you have it.
Here is the punt. This is going to be down inside the 5 at the 7.
Well done, special teams, as they pin Louisiana deep, Colin. Yeah, and that little conjecture in the chat about, wait, what the heck? Why was that a penalty? I get it. I'm feeling you.
Christian Brown says, Rick, in the chat, you're a wizard.
I'm a wizard. Well, I have been known to create freaky coincidences. How about that?
First and 10 from the 7, and Reggie Streeter gets the carry, but unfortunately for Reggie, he lost a yard. They'll still say it'll be second down, however.
Also a little fired up to bring up a 2nd and 10 deep in Louisiana's own end.
It'll get the Streeter again. He stopped at the line of scrimmage for the second straight time.
Interesting. One of the few 3rd and longs, if I'm not mistaken, Colin, that Louisiana's faced this game.
And they've converted a few of them.
Yeah, more than their fair share as far as Tulsa's concerned.
Splitbacks. Utah. 3 wide. Gives the Streeter.
There you go. We're about to see a punter in his own end zone, Colin.
Walter Malinishin will have to punt from his own end zone. And Christian Brown, I appreciate the shout out. It's been fun writing for the official SFL paper published by some of the guys over at the Revolution, Swamp Talk.
That's right. If you guys aren't checking out Swamp Talk, your life is not as full as it could be. Get over there. Colin and a lot of other people are writing great stuff.
Walter Malinishin punts it from his end zone. And Manning
There we go.
has some nice moves. Gets knocked out of bounds at the Revolution 28.
All right, let's go. Manning. Clap, 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 clap.
You're too kind, Guy Clausen. You are too kind. And speaking of Wow, what a return by Manning, able to make some men miss, hurdle over one of his own down blockers, and sets his team up in primo field position.
First and 10 from 28 yards.
He does. Nice job. Nice sequence there by the defense to get the stop. And now the offense sets up just outside the red zone.
Here's Q. Sets, fires it out, complete. Knocked out of bounds at the 17 is DJ Hume. First time we called his name in a while.
Nicely done. Good scramble to the sideline, ensuring they can get the first down.
First and 10.
It would appear that the Revolution have put most of their second stringers in. Although Gone and Jenko are still on the defensive line. Zonzo Robinson gets knocked out of bounds after pickup of 5 at the 13.
He gets out of bounds, stops the clock with 3:31 to go here in the fourth. You're watching the SFL on Twitch.
Second and 5.
Two wideouts is all. Single back in the eye, Colin.
Two tight ends, one either side. Q. Dump off to Robinson, and he does well to gain yardage to the 10 to set up a 3rd and 2. And here we go with the hurry up.
I think that was supposed to maybe be an inside counter or a screen counter, but
Now they go out route to
There
Manning.
you
It'll
go.
be first and goal down at the 7.
there you go. Let's stay with the hurry up. Keep the pressure on.
Clock stopped 3:15 to go in the game.
First and goal.
Tank Bennett is also in at strong safety.
Tank. Love that. Great football name. Footballer name.
Here is Q. Fires it out to Robinson. Robinson gets knocked out of
They're
it.
gonna.
They said he got knocked out at the 3, but
if they keep
clock is running.
getting half the distance to the goal, at this rate, they will never score. There's for all your math majors.
Oh, and this pass is dropped by Robinson. 3rd and goal. He had it in his hands, and then he just flat out dropped it like he was holding a bucket full of popcorn or something.
3rd and goal. Let's assume it's 4-down territory here, just for the fun of it.
Crowd picks up a chant of defense. Desperados line up in a 4-wide set.
Mm.
And they'll go
There they are.
out to Corey Jones for the touchdown.
Nice job as they run off the secondary with 2 of the 3 in the top of the screen, Colin. Just a quick curl. Got it.
3-yard touchdown. It'll be 41-12 pending the. Looks like they got the field.
Field goal. What? What are we doing?
They got the special teams out there.
There we go. High snap, low snap. Perfect snap.
And it's good. With 2:55 to go, it's now 41-13.
Selected individuals in the chat calling for the big comeback. Here we go.
And we're gonna
Down by 28.
We're gonna see an onside kick attempt from JT Delaney. If you have a contracted kicker in this league, your chances of covering an onside kick.
Looking for the first of the next 7 scores is Tulsa.
Are higher. But Tank Bennett easily
Tank. Call his name again.
recovers it at the 39.
The man is all over the place.
It looks like the backups for the Revolution are in on offense as well.
Give them a little work heading into the off season.
Lafouche.
Yeah, there's a lot of evaluation that goes on in the off season. Am I right, Colin? So you want to see what some of these cats can do.
There's Nathan Smith on the carry. He gets yardage down to the 32. He'll pick up 7, of course.
Cats. Do the youngsters still talk about cats? Call
Yeah.
people cats? Can you dig it?
Yeah, they do. They do. Clock running toward the 2-minute warning. There's about a 10-second difference between the play clock and game clock.
2nd and 3 from 32
You take a
yards.
look at Reggie Streeter. We got one more snap off before the 2-minute
Looking
warning.
goal line. Nice.
And Smith picks up the first down to the 25.
Yes, they bring that short yardage package in there, and we're going to tick into the 2-minute warning, Colin.
You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by 8PM Music on Twitch. And the 2-minute warning, Revolution firmly in control of 41-13. Oh, interesting comment from Doug Day in the chat. He says, Rick been watching American Graffiti.
That's true. One of my favorite movies. And interestingly enough, I was a member of the Pharaohs in Petaluma, California back in 1960.
Fullback Collier. Cameron Collier picks up the first down.
Collier. Good job.
Oh, they said it'll be 2nd in inches. He picked up about 9.5 unofficially.
He picks up nothing and likes it. No soup for you.
Second in inches. Will they give it to the fullback again to try and finish the job? No, they'll give it to Nathan Smith.
Oh!
And touchdown, Louisiana.
He gives it to Smith. He takes it to the house. Oh, my goodness.
Nathan Smith takes the handoff.
Got some lead blockers out there.
And scores the touchdown.
All he has to do is kind of beat one guy at that point. It was so well blocked.
So they respond to the Tulsa touchdown with a touchdown of their own. Thus Louisiana following the outside kick recovery. There's a minute 52 left. And the Revolution will send the home fans happy. The score is now 48-13. And considering all the off-season turmoil they went through, bringing in Doug Day, Cameron Collier, and Brian Craven, having basically a new coaching staff, and breaking in a new quarterback, I would say finishing 6-6. Well, you're kind of hurt that you didn't make the playoffs with that kind of record.
Yeah, that stings a little bit, but you're right, Colin. Winning 6 games.
Winning 6 games, considering all those circumstances, particularly breaking in a rookie quarterback whom Mike Twinscrew actually knows fairly well, and the rest of the members of the Revolution know. They coached the Salt Lake City Rustlers in SFL, and of course Tommy Utah led them to the SFLM championship game.
Would you say, Colin, Louisiana is a team to watch for season 18?
I'd say they were if they can keep the core together.
Yeah. Add a part or two. I think you might be right.
Rosters are, I believe they're expanding up to 4 now. They have 24 players, so it'll be interesting to see what additional pieces this coaching staff and the front office, when they talk about things, they try to add. And of course, the big question heading into season 18, who will replace Reggie Streeter?
Exactly. Hey, very good question. Oh, sorry. As this play develops. For a small gain on another sideline route for Stephen McMichaels, showing himself also a fan of American Graffiti. One of the interesting things about that movie, first George Lucas film out of Southern Cal's film school, filmed in Petaluma, California. You heard that reference earlier by me. And he was so cheap on set, he didn't hire trailers for the cast. So, and it was filmed overnight every night up in Petaluma, north of San Francisco. And the actors and actresses would ride around in the back seats of the car, huddled down out of the camera shot because there was heat. Otherwise, they had to sit in the cold outside. And so a lot of the car scenes, there are actually people in the car that you can't see because George Lucas was a bit of a tightwad on his first movie.
And of course, they filmed it during the summertime, right? So people were wearing short sleeve shirts and stuff. But it's actually really cold up in the part they were filming it.
Yeah, it was cold when they were actually filming it. So there you go, a little American Graffiti. Stick with me, you'll learn a lot of useless trivia. And there's another swing pass to the right.
Goes with a nice spin move. And he'll get knocked out of bounds at the 49 with 132 left. And JQ is up to 286. Tommy Utah, 312, 3 touchdown passes and only 1 interception.
McMichael's not just a film aficionado, but got some football skills.
First and 10 from 48 yards.
Also lining up. To the bottom. Throw over the middle. Intercepted. Intercepted.
Ouch.
By one of the backup linebackers up the middle. Number 58, Buck Treehorn. Pass intended for, I believe, Manning. And with 1:25 to go, the Revolution will run out the clock. Here's Smith on the carry. This will be a timeout called with 1:21 left. While we're talking about it, Reggie Streeter, all time, he'll finish with just well over 10,000 yards.
Wow.
98 rushing touchdowns. And if you include his receiving touchdowns, he is well over 100. His 2,524 receiving yards, 994 grabs for an average of 6.5 yards a catch, 5.5 yards per rush. All of this accomplished in 6 seasons. Of course, at one time, he held the Simulation Football League single-game rushing record with over 500 yards. You and I called that game back when this Revolution squad was based in New Orleans.
Yes, we did. Reggie Streeter, an icon and a legend, living legend. Congratulations on a great career.
Here's Nathan Smith. He'll get stopped for 1, and Bertle DeMora records his 3rd tackle.
In addition to congratulations on a career, thank you for your contributions to the SFL and the league and the development of the league and the excitement that you've provided fans for a long time.
Yeah, he's had many memorable runs, of course, that long breakaway run during the convention game against Vancouver.
The Fighting Handies, yes.
And the dueling long runs at one point that occurred between the both of them. That's a memory I'll never forget. Walter Malinishin will punt this away with 35 seconds left. This will be down at the 3-yard line.
Nice. Just want to put a fine point on our American Graffiti discussion. As I said, it was George Lucas's first film coming out of Southern Cal's film school. It was actually his thesis, and he wrote it based on his growing up and childhood experiences in the Central Valley in California. I want to say Fresno, maybe it was Modesto. I'm not sure which of those dusty ag towns in the Central Valley it was. But a fine movie. Check it out.
Here's Cube from his own end zone. Has to run. Slides down. And here we go with the hurry up. Quick drop, slant over the middle, knocked down, incomplete. 3rd and 6, 13 seconds.
Oh, that was going to be a great sliding catch there for the first down.
Crowd for the last time this season here at Stack Up Stadium picks up a chant of defense.
Looking for one more play, 3rd and 6.
Q to Robinson. He'll get stopped at the 10.
Oh, they're going to try and squeeze one more in. They may get it. They will not.
And that is the game. The final score, Louisiana 48, Tulsa 13.
Fine game by the Revolution. Just kind of slowly squeezed the life out of Tulsa. Valiant effort, Tulsa. The Rick meter proven to be right once again. And there's your stats.
400 total yards of offense, only 1 turnover for Louisiana.
Not that much of a differential in either category, except for turnovers, Colin. But the score shows a big differential. Eh?
Reggie Streeter finishes the game with 49. Rushing yards, of course, Cameron Collier with a beautiful reception down the field to set up one of many touchdowns. The Revolution will score the second half. Tommy Utah, this kid definitely has a bright future and can carry this franchise going forward as they look to navigate life without Reggie.
That's right. That'll be one of the big questions for the Revolution in the offseason. And Tulsa, what do you think they're going to need to do, Colin? What's your quick analysis of their roster, the holes in their roster?
Well, they definitely have a talented roster. It's just a matter of Q cutting down the mistakes. He threw a lot of interceptions today, but he also threw a lot of nice balls. It's just getting more consistency out of the run game in particular.
That may mean maybe a little bit better, an upgrade on the O-line at a position or two, and maybe a better receiver, too, that can get open or get more separation. Maybe Q feels like he's hurried and he's got to try and squeeze things in. That's oftentimes what can happen with a lot of interceptions. The other thing that can happen is you just can't read defenses, and I don't think that's Q's problem.
No, he did throw some nice passes like that one there to Corey Jones. Garrison Blue finished with 60 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Mike Twinscrew had his first touchdown of the year. Always nice for him to see there.
Yeah, I agree with you. He does throw a good ball. And so, yeah, the Hot Stove League will start up for the teams not making the playoffs. Does this clarify anything in the playoff picture, Mr. Colin?
Well, Portland needed a Tulsa win, so I think their playoff chances are
either dim or done.
Dim or done.
I don't know. We'll see. The chat or the Discord will help us out with that. What else, Colin?
And
how about your player of the game?
Player of the game is probably, I was going to say it's going to be Tommy Utah. 23 of 31.
I was just going to say that.
312 yards, 3 touchdowns, a quarterback rating of 124.7. For Cameron Irvine, our executive producer, I'm Colin Northup. He's Rick Northup.
Yep.
We'll see you in the postseason. Have a good day, everyone.